When we talk about the greatest to ever step onto a football pitch, the debate usually narrows down to a few familiar names. But if you ask those exact modern legends who they looked up to, their answers converge on a single player. Zinedine Zidane, a man who dominated the midfield for over a decade, faced him directly. He later admitted that playing against him revealed an entirely different standard of skill than what was found elsewhere in the professional game. Lionel Messi, who has won every individual and team honor possible, has stated that for him, the true childhood idol was the original number 9. They are talking about Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima, known simply as R9. He possessed a combination of attributes that the sport wasn't physically prepared for. Before Ronaldo, you were either a powerful target man or a fast technical winger. He was the first player to be both simultaneously. His path to the top started far from elite academies. Ronaldo was born in Bento Ribeiro, a working-class district of Rio de Janeiro. He spent his childhood playing barefoot on concrete and dirt. The extreme poverty of his early years meant his family often went without dinner. He would later note that this literal hunger drove him. He played with a desperation to score that came from strict survival instincts. By age 16, that drive translated into his first major professional contract. He signed with Cruzeiro, a top-tier Brazilian club, and immediately began dismantling adult defensive lines. This chart compares a typical teenage professional's first-year output with Ronaldo's rookie season. The difference is severe. He scored 44 goals in exactly 47 matches. Producing almost a goal per game at 16 shattered the normal timeline for athletic development. European scouts immediately recognized the anomaly, and within months, he crossed the Atlantic. Between 1994 and 1997, Ronaldo moved from PSV Eindhoven to Barcelona and then to Inter Milan. By age 20, he had won 2 FIFA World Player of the Year awards at 2 different clubs. Here, we see a visual representation of his physical advantage. Tracking data recorded his top speed at 10.2 meters per second while maintaining complete control of the ball. He was physically faster in possession than most defenders were sprinting empty-handed. Raw speed is common. What makes him an outlier is the scatter plot, mapping speed against finishing accuracy. Ronaldo sits in the extreme upper corner. He maintained a career shot conversion rate above 30% while moving at full sprint. He operated as a complete hybrid. He had the strength and off-ball positioning of a traditional target man, but he would routinely drop deep into the midfield, pick up the ball 40 yards out, and dribble through entire backlines. In the 1990s, European defenses relied on rigid zonal marking. Ronaldo nullified this by dropping between the lines, forcing center backs to either stay in position and watch him run, or follow him into the midfield and leave a massive gap behind them. Then, hours before the 1998 World Cup final in Paris, the momentum stopped. Inside the team hotel, Ronaldo suffered a severe seizure. He was rushed to the hospital, throwing the entire Brazilian squad into chaos. Although he was medically cleared at the last possible minute, he was a ghost on the pitch. Brazil lost heavily to France, 3-0. The physical collapse followed the mental one. In November 1999, he ruptured his ACL. 5 months later, during his comeback match at the San Siro, his patellar tendon completely gave out. At the time, patellar tendon surgery was far less advanced than it is today. In the early 2000s, several high-profile players had seen their careers end after similar injuries, leading many sports journalists to speculate that his time at the elite level was over. He spent nearly 2 years in rehabilitation. He restructured his training regimen, dropped his body fat, and methodically rebuilt the supporting muscles in his legs. The supreme physical gifts that defined his early 20s were compromised. To return to the pitch, he had to rely almost entirely on spatial awareness and an ironclad mental resolve. He traveled to South Korea and Japan for the 2002 World Cup, carrying the weight of the 1998 final and thousands of hours of grueling rehab. He played 7 matches and scored 8 goals. 2 of those came in the final against Germany, securing a 2-0 victory and bringing the World Cup trophy back to Brazil. This timeline illustrates his final footprint on the tournament's history. 4 years later, he pushed past a 24-year-old record to reach 15 all-time World Cup goals. His success demonstrated that a striker could be both the primary playmaker and the clinical finisher. This shift in performance led coaches to prioritize starting mobile, complete forwards, rather than the stationary poachers who had previously dominated the game. He officially retired in 2011. During his final press conference, he wept, expressing deep gratitude for a sport that took a massive physical toll on his body but lifted his family out of poverty. He finished his career as a 2-time World Cup winner and a 3-time FIFA World Player of the Year. For a generation of modern stars, he remains the definitive prototype of what a striker should be.